The following podcast is a Dear Media production.
Welcome back to another episode of Probably a Podcast. Guys, we reversed, recorded a little fun moment here. I'm still in my boo-bop era. I have nothing to say, although, like, you know me, I'm always going to find something to say. It's funny, I had a message the other day that I told Courtney, like, really was, like, jarring to me. After last week's episode, someone was like, girl, I normally have to put, I can put you in 1x speed just because she's like, I'm psycho and can listen to your fast talk even faster. She was like, this last episode, I had to slow down. You sounded like you were slurring. I was like, slurring? Oh no. And Courtney was like, I go, was I slurring in the podcast? She goes, no, I did not hear you slur. But when I was editing it, I did think to myself, did I put this in fast forward? I was like, oh my gosh, I need to slow down. Because when I do these solo episodes, it's like, you'll get more time out of it, Shannon, if you slow down. Good. Okay, but anyways, I went next door. I've been talking about having Walker on the podcast forever. Like, literally, she always asks. She sees this equipment. This is not me, like, forcing this against this child. She's always coming in here and like, please, can I be on it? Can I? Yeah. So I told Taylor, today's your lucky day. I got nothing to say. I was like, can Walker be on the podcast? She's like, sure. I'm like, I promise. I won't ask her any family secrets. I'm just going to ask her fun stuff. And honestly, it's so cute. So the last, like 15 minutes of this episode are with walkie talkie, and you know, she pulled a fast one over on me. She really did. I'll save it for the her 15 minutes of fame, but she really was out here forcing me to do something I didn't want to do out of my comfort zone. And then I got duped by a 6-year-old. Okay, just know that. I watched Courtney like just cracking the fuck up behind the camera too, and I was like, I just got so got. She's like, you did. Okay. So another episode of Probably a Podcast. It's been a crazy week for me. It's been a week where I'm really having to lean into just reminding myself that I'm blessed and the baby inside of me is healthy and I'm healthy. But, you know, a lot of things out of my control that I don't like. I don't like that. Okay. If you're someone like me who, I don't know what you call me. I feel like I'm not, okay. First of all, y'all are about to laugh at me. I was about to be like, I feel like I'm not type A. Y'all are about to be like, bitch, you're the furthest thing from type A. I'm definitely type B in the sense that, like, shit's everywhere. Like, I'm always like, you know, picking stuff up. If it wasn't for the last minute, I wouldn't get anything done kind of vibes. But I'm type A in my sense of like control, like, and planning. Like, people see me plan for a trip and they're like, oh my God, you must be so type A. And I'm like, yeah, I type A certain parts of my life so that I can type B the rest of it. You know what I mean? So that when I'm on my trip, I can type B the fuck out of that vacation. Also, I'm someone that's just like psycho about like what I wear on vacation and stuff. So I do like to plan for those things. It just makes my life happier. But all that being said, I'm really weird about control over myself. It's actually why I'm almost positive I didn't drink. When I try to think about it, like, 'cause people always ask me, why didn't you drink until you were 22? Why didn't you drink until you were 22? And the answer to that is really like, I was so afraid of losing control. I was so convinced, maybe because I was watching my friends drink fucking Smirnoff Ice when they were 15. And like, yeah, they were making dumb decisions. Like, yeah, I was like so afraid that I would just completely lose control. And especially at that stage of my life, I feel like I was very like, I need to be like this. And boys will like if I do this, and I want to be like this at school and this in pageants. And like, I was just afraid to lose control. So I've always been like really weird about control. And obviously, as you know, like when you're pregnant, like you really have to you have to just like let things happen and let the chips fall where they may. And I'm okay and the baby's okay and everything's okay. But there's just been a lot of moments where I'm just like, wow, that wasn't in the cards. That wasn't planned. But I have to remind myself at the end of the day that everyone is okay. So all that being said, I am here in Nashville for a couple extra days. My sincerest apologies to St. Louis and to Kansas City. I wish I was there. I wish I was there right now doing a show for you guys. I would be fucking crushing it. I know I would. And I just like love you Midwest baddies. Like, you girls are like so fun. I have such good energy around Midwestern girls. You know, Courtney is a Midwestern girl. We just vibe. I just get you. We see each other. Okay, we see each other. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm still making it to Chicago because I will be damned if I don't film this special. And my agents and everyone, you know, were like, listen, like, let's just let the chips fall where they may. Like, you know, we don't have to do Chicago, whatever you feel comfortable. I'm like, guys. I am filming this hour that I toured around the country for 3 months pregnant. I will record this so it exists in time. Plus, as a just bonus, I feel fine. Everything about me health-wise is like, I feel nothing. You know, I feel fine. Everything's great. So I'm in good spirits. I have great energy. And yeah, I'm looking forward to Chicago. As you guys may or may not know, You guys wouldn't know this. Why would you know this? I have a huge, my demographic, like if you go onto your insights on Instagram, from the moment I was like influencing on Instagram, and of course, Vera Cavallari, I think just has a huge pull from this. But now I still wonder if it does, because it's been so long since that. I'm like, is that still why I have such a huge Chicago following? But Chicago's always my number one city. You guys always sell the shows out the fastest. You guys always like ride or die for me. You're always my number one on my insights. I'm always reaching out to brands like, yo, you got anything going on in Chicago? I'm your girl. Like, those are my people. So Chi-Town, the Windy City, I'm coming for you. And if you're coming to the show tomorrow or Saturday, it will be taped. And I want to like reiterate this because someone asked me this, actually one of my dearest friends, Lucio, he officiated the wedding. He was like, oh my God, bitch, you're getting a special. And I was like, well, okay, hold on. Let me explain to you guys how this works in the world of comedy and the world of just everything of the likes of that. Things such as. Okay, so I'm filming my special. Anytime you do an hour of comedy that's just like a consecutive hour that also kind of like maybe ties back to itself in some way, shape, or form, and then you give it a name and you take it on tour, people tend to call that their special. I've got an hour, it's a special, whatever. And then, yeah, I'm funding the filming of it. I'm paying for the recording of it. And someone didn't reach out to me and say like, hey, we want to film your special. That would be cool. They would probably come with the fucking whole squad. They'd set up all their fancy shit. They'd film me. And then it would get released on some cool ass platform like Netflix or something, right? Or Hulu or something crazy cool. But I'm just starting out, guys. I'm just getting my little feet wet in the world of comedy. These opportunities have not arisen to me yet. All right. So in the meantime, I do still want to film it so that I have this hour, because we will no longer use these jokes. I will not have the same jokes in my next set next year when I tour and create a new hour of content in a special. So it'll be called something different. You know, I'm thinking about like I always tell James after he comes to a show, like, James is such a good sport. He's my secure king. I'm always like, babe, the next special will seriously talk less about me fucking men who aren't you. He's like, whatever you want to do, babe. But that'd be great. And I'm like, yeah. So, you know, your specials evolve. They're different, whatever. So we're filming it, and I'm excited because Chicago just feels like the perfect place to do that. And I'm not going to lie, it was exciting to have St. Louis and Kansas City to kind of like get me like primed and ready. So we're hoping for good things in Chicago shows, because it's just going to be, I haven't done one since I guess we did Florida and Texas. But you know what? A gal like me, she's going to hop right back on the horse and she's going to make you fuckers laugh. So I'm excited, and excited for anyone that's coming to the shows. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm excited to stop touring. Yeah, it's been a lot. It's been so much pregnant, and I don't want to be, I just did Kinsey Elizabeth's podcast for her book club. Like, yeah, that's right, I can read. I told you that. That's fucking cool. And I just said, like, I want to make sure that I don't come across as like a voice for the people of like, girls who are pregnant can do it all. Don't do it all. Do nothing. There's so much power in that. Do nothing. And I just feel like everyone keeps being like, I'm inspired. You're inspiring me. I hope to do the opposite. I hope you look at me and you think, this can't be good for her. Like, obviously I've had no issues health related that came a part of it, but I really was just ignorant. I was ignorant as fuck, thinking like, yeah, first trimester, no problem. What? What? I might be a little nauseous. Ooh. Are you serious, Jeff? Like, fucking kill me. I don't recommend it. Okay. Guys, you are going to love what I'm about to put you on, because you know I love clothes, and you know I can't have enough, and I'm like kind of, not anymore, but I was struggling a little bit with trying to find like maternity wear for like events. Well, since 2012, Aster the Label has been dedicated to designing elevated and attainable clothing that has the power to transform everyday moments into memorable occasions. Okay, now they drop almost 100 new styles every month, including cute tops and dresses. The dresses are key, stylish sets, and fun skirts and bottoms. Now, wedding season. This is what we got to talk about. With wedding season coming up, Aster the Label has the perfect look for every event on your calendar. Now, they've got dresses for bridal showers, they've got engagement parties, backyard weddings, black tie affairs, and all dresses are under $250. That's amazing. They also have a great collection of white dresses for brides looking for something for their pre-wedding celebrations. I wish I had known about Aster the Label during my engagement period, because like Genuinely, they just have so many cute stuff. They have a really cute stuff for bachelorette weekends too, like really fun, flirty items that are just going to be iconic. Rehearsal dinners, you name it. But here's where my struggle came in and they solved the problem. After the label makes it easy to look good and feel good without breaking the bank because they've also got a bump-friendly dress section. Now, this is amazing. I'm going to a wedding and I truly needed a like wedding black tie moment, but what was like gonna work for me? Don't worry, After the Label has you covered. They have a whole bump-friendly dress selection. I ordered so many things. It was truly just amazing. It was like everything I needed and more. And I love it so much. So if you guys want to visit astrthelabel.com and use code probably at checkout for 15% off your order. That's astrthelabel.com and use code probably for 15% off your order. So anyways, I'm excited. I'm officially feeling that urge to nest like everyone talks about. They say it happens. They say it comes quick. And I'm like, everything now, if Courtney turned this camera around, you'd be like, nesting in what capacity? Hoarders edition? Like, there's a lot going on right now, but I'm like, I had a contractor come by. We're doing a lot of stuff for the nursery. We're making a lot of changes. And then just in general, I'm like, everything must go. Like, I'm not kidding. If you've ever seen anything of mine and you've thought, I wish I had that, ask me for it. I'll give it to you probably. I'm not kidding. I want everything. Courtney, if you've ever wanted anything of mine, look around. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't it make your collection complete? I don't want any of it. I don't want any of it. This pillow, who needs it? Like, seriously, I don't know. They call it nesting, but I think I'm getting this like pregnancy purge, like the preg purge. Like, I want everything gone. I'm like, why do we have so many fucking cereal bowls? And he's like, you said we needed that many cereal bowls. And I'm like, and forks. Who needs this many forks? And this one doesn't match this one. He's like, you're seriously not okay. Like, you're not okay. And I'm not. I'm really not. Anyways, so yeah, really excited to get home and have some time. You know, like, God has a funny way. You make plans and God laughs. That's what they say. Because I had planned so many things that we're just like not doing anymore. Some stuff I'm still able to do. Some stuff like our baby moon, that was non-refundable. Some things you aren't doing. I gotta find somewhere to wear a bunch of really skanky pregnant Bermuda outfits. Why am I saying Bermuda? We're going to Barbados. Non-refundable. No, they did. They gave us a credit. They said you have to come back before May of 2026. So I said, we're taking the baby. It'll be a real baby moon then. Don't moms say that like a vacation with your kids isn't a vacation, it's a trip? They're like, that's a trip. Would you confirm that, Courtney? No. She said she loves traveling with her baby girl. Okay. And I'm choosing to be toxically positive like that. So we are going to have a baby moon vacation with my baby. Also, guys, we're getting close to a name. Don't ask me. I'm not going to tell you. But like, I think we figured it out. And let me tell you something else. I had this name that was like my name. It was the name. We were calling her this, like it was the whole thing. And then I just had this like random moment like 4 weeks, almost a month ago. And I was like, is that her name? I still love the name, by the way. And then I was like, is that her name? And we ended up changing it. And it was really hard because like James will still call her the other one. And I'm like, stop. And he's like, what the fuck? It was for so long. And I'm like, I know, but just stop. Don't call her that. And now I'm like, we probably should just call her baby because I'm probably going to like give birth and then be like, that's not her name. Do you guys know the story that I have a fake birth certificate? It's not fake. It's voided. My mom called me Deanna Bailey DeBose Ford for literally 3 days after my birth. She had to go back to the hospital and get the birth certificate voided. Because then she named me something else. Because she said she looked at me and she was like, that's not her name. Anyways, yeah, we changed it in our brains at least, you know. And we've been hard. I'm like, it's not the other one anymore. A very, 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 very famous influencer just had a baby. She posted. It was the name that we no longer decided to have. I was like, oh my gosh, that would have destroyed me. It's so crazy. Like the world we live in, like, of course, people are going to name their babies the same thing, but somehow when you see it, I guess it hits different. Like for instance, I loved the name Sunday. Like I loved the name Sunday and wanted to name a baby girl Sunday. And then two of my really good friends, I don't know why I said two of my really good friends. One of my really good friends, Mallory, named her daughter Sunday. Mallory's very like accomplished, very recognizable, notable. She's like also just like a fucking star. I love her. Mallory Irvin on Instagram. You guys know who she is, I'm sure. But if you don't follow her, follow her. She's amazing. And I remember being like, oh, gutted. I'm like, Sunday? I never knew anyone named Sunday. A little girl named Sunday. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you guys. I didn't even have a boyfriend when she named, like Like, that's different. When you are literally like 20 weeks pregnant and someone's super famous, it's like runs in your circles, names the name you were about to do, you're like, oh, that hits so different. You're like, oh my God. So anyways, we made the right choice. I still don't know what we're going to have to say. Courtney's probably going to be like, what are you talking about? Because I told Courtney the other name. Okay. Anyways, we'll figure it out. Naming a child is so hard. So hard. I also just saw this TikTok the other day that said, millennials once had eyebrow blindness, we had tan blindness, we had eyeliner blindness, and now you bitches got baby name blindness because what the fuck are you naming these kids? And I was like, oh my God, it's so true. It's a normal name, okay? It's considered normal to most people. I don't know. Oh man, I'm feeling giggly today, you guys. Am I slurring? Someone messaged me and said, hey, or in my questionnaire, they said, hey, I'm really struggling because I'm not able to take my ADHD medication while I'm pregnant. What did you do once you couldn't take Adderall anymore? I was like, girl, I was never prescribed that. It wasn't a problem for me. I don't have any. Like, I recreationally took those and all my friends would get annoyed when I would take one while I was partying. Like this poor person's like genuinely trying to cope with not being able to take her medication. And she's like reaching out to me. I'm like, no, girl, I was just doing them because they was drugs. Like, I don't have an answer for you. I'm so sorry. Can you believe I've made it this far without drinking? That's actually, that's a really unfair statement to say. Like, I did not want anything to do with alcohol at all in the first trimester, but I told you in the second trimester, I was definitely like, ooh, a crisp glass of white wine sounds so nice. But I've gone this far. It just feels like, why not just make it to the end? And I'm not, there's seriously no shade. Like, I could still have a glass of wine if I wanted to, maybe around like, you know what I thought I would? I thought I'll have a little glass of wine on my baby moon in Barbados. Well, now I'm here. So I don't know. One, I literally don't know. And again, this is my personal, like, just thoughts about myself. If I saw a pregnant person drinking a glass of wine at dinner, I literally would be like, live your truth, queen. Like, if I saw her like taking a shot, I'd be like, someone check on her. But like, if I saw a pregnant person drink, but I don't know why for me, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I could never, like, I would literally feel like they were looking at me like, you want a glass of wine? Do you see the Surgeon General warning? Like, I just like couldn't do it in public. But every once in a while, I'm like, you know, people say, the doctor says you could have a glass of wine. And I just still am like, I haven't wanted it enough to like want it during pregnancy or do it during pregnancy. So anyways, I just kind of thought all my life that I'd be that mom that just like got pregnant and had a couple glasses of wine. But I so far have not been, which is really shocking. If I can do it, anyone can do it. Okay? Because a bitch loves wine. I am so excited for a crisp glass of like fucking Sauvignon Blanc or something as soon as Sancerre, as soon as I pop this baby out. It's so funny to think, I don't know if I've said this before on the podcast. It's so funny to think of when Taylor gave birth and I was 23. Did I say this already? That I brought like a giant bottle of like Veuve champagne. Did I say this? Yeah. And I'm like, now I'm like, you just gave birth. You're not like bubbly. Like, you're like, I'm trying to figure out how to breastfeed. Like, kid, I don't want that right now. Mother's Day is coming up. If you're listening to this ad right now, then it is literally this weekend, and don't you forget it. All the mamas in your life, you are going to want to get Caraway's non-toxic cookware to bring the mothers in your life and yourself if you want. You know, there's nothing wrong with getting yourself a Mother's Day gift. I personally think, who are better gift givers to ourselves than ourselves? But the non-toxic cookware that Caraway does brings you peace of mind when you're cooking for your family. Like my mom, for instance, she always makes, like, when I think of like her signature dishes, it's gonna be her cowboy eggs. It's like a egg and a piece of toast, whatever. And you don't want that sticking to the pan. That's just like never the vibe. And Caraway has an amazing non-stick option while also remaining non-toxic. Now, let me spit a couple facts that you're going to be really grossed out about cooking with toxins. Okay. So over a lifetime, a person can consume at least the equivalent of the height of the Eiffel Tower in microplastics. I'm sorry, what? That is 363 meters. You guys, like, I'm so grossed out. 97% of Americans have PFAs, toxic chemicals from nonstick cookware, in their blood. Like, oh my gosh, you guys, it's not good. And 2.5 minutes is all it takes for a nonstick pan to overheat and release all those toxins. It's just so gross. I mean, like, investing in Caraway is such an important thing to do for yourself, for your family. It also encourages you to cook at home more, and just like realizing how easy it is to cook for your family and wash their cookware. Truly, truly amazing. I think you guys should go with the bundle. They have a lot of mom-focused bundles for Mother's Day this year. So Get them while you can. I got my parents some Caraway cookware for Christmas, and I definitely went the set route because they have so many amazing different sets. Like they also have storage, which are really, really incredible because you can keep all of your nice food knowing that you're not exposing yourself to harmful chemicals and microplastics. And you can just slice with ease on their wood cutting boards with zero plastic involved. Like one of the first things we got rid of in our house was the plastic cutting boards. Those are just going to be a no-go. And like I said, those food storage sets are just going to keep your food fresher for longer, leading to less food waste. It's just amazing. You can personalize your kitchen with add-ons like their high quality glass lids for a premium non-toxic cooking experience with a view, or their organic cotton and sustainable made tea towels. I just love that. James is all about the materials we're using in our household, and Caraway does such a good job. And just as a reminder, their iconic cookware set comes with a saute pan, fry pan, Dutch oven, and saucepan, plus lids for all of them, a canvas lid holder, and a magnetic pan rack for storage. You guys are you kidding? That's so much stuff. It is the ultimate kitchen setup. It'll save you money versus buying the items individually. And plus, if you visit carawayhome.com/probably, you can then take an additional 10% off your next purchase. So this deal is exclusive for my listeners. Visit carawayhome.com/probably or use code probably at checkout. Caraway, non-toxic cookware made modern. This was an interesting question. Someone said, are you going to eat your placenta or get it made into a pill? So Taylor did this with her first, with Walker. She had her placenta encapsulated into pills. She told me she never ended up taking them because she literally couldn't stomach the idea of taking the pill of the placenta. I'm like, isn't the point of getting it encapsulated so that you can stomach it? So it's just like a pill that doesn't taste like placenta. She's like, dude, I couldn't do it. So I'm like, okay. I don't know. It's so hard to think because I've read so many things. I've seen so many studies and very holistic earth mother things talking about how as women we lose so much hormones all at once. Like so much comes out of us all at once that was raging through our body pregnant. So the idea is that you then take this placenta that has so much nutrients and all the stuff in it, and then you slowly enter it back into your life via the encapsulation, or if you're the Kourtney Kardashian of the world, you make a fucking smooth that. Oh God. Ooh. I'm too fragile for that right now. I can't even think about that. Sorry. That's really making me go funny. Whew, girl, she's a crazy bitch. What the fuck? She put hers in a smoothie and just chugged the whole thing. And the idea is that it's supposed to I need a second. The idea is that it's supposed to re-enter these hormones into your, I'm probably botching it, but you know what I mean? It's they say it can help with postpartum depression and help with baby blues and help you re-enter your world again. I don't fucking know. So I see the point, but I remember when Taylor had hers happen, her doula brought a lunchbox, like a thermos lunchbox, and took the placenta because she had her first birth at hospital. So they birthed her placenta and then they handed it to the doula, and the doula put it in the lunchbox and put her name on it, and then took it somewhere to get dehydrated and encapsulated or some shit. I don't fucking know. And then some people just have theirs and take it and put it in a smoothie. I don't know. But I'll tell you, when Taylor had her home birth, it was a lot more calm and holistic. It was not in a hospital environment. It was just very relaxed after she had the baby. And I remember she was sitting on the bed in her own home, which is honestly, that is the one thing that I got it. I was home birth. Gee, don't really see the allure. Not really picking up what you're putting down, but okay. Then when you see it, you're oh my gosh, it was such a beautiful, natural, oh my God, it literally was a movie. It was so special. But also the idea that you literally give birth, this is the part that it hit me. I was oh my gosh, what a flex. Outside of, yes, it's a flex that she gave natural birth and she's a superstar and warrior or whatever. You give birth and then you're home with your baby. You're in your own bed. You then are in your own bed with your baby. You're not in the hospital connected to machines, being woken up every 3 hours, coming in, they're grabbing your baby, they're taking your baby. Not that I am so appreciative, and I will fucking make the biggest goddamn gift basket for these nurses and doctors. You mark my words. I am so thankful for everyone in those fields. But I'm just saying, as a new mom, I'm sure it's a lot all at once, right? And this bitch was just in her bed with her baby right after. Just got to be how nice. Granted, it was her third. So, I'm going to be wait, can that lady come back in and tell me about my nipples? I need help. But yeah, it was just a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I remember she was laying in bed and she had Novi on her chest. And I'm actually pretty sure I was wiping blood off of her legs because I'm literally the best friend in the entire world. And one of her midwives did say that to me. She's like, you're literally not related to her. I was like, no, I'm just that good of a friend. And I was wiping blood off of her. And the midwife comes up to Taylor with her placenta, and that shit was literally the size of like they say dinner plate. It was. I in my brain, it looked like the bottom of a turtle, like with the veins and stuff. And she walks up and like, just picture like this is such a midwife like holistic thing. She walks up, she goes, "Do you want to see the placenta?" to Taylor, and Taylor's like, "Yeah." And Mike's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Okay." And she holds it up, and she's literally like taking her fingers, raking her fingers down throughout this giant like organ that just came out of Taylor and offers something. She's like, "Beautiful. It's a beautiful placenta. Look at that. That is look at these lines. Oh, this is a beautiful one." And I was like, oh. I was like, beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm about to pass out. Like, yeah. So the placenta thing, I wonder what I'll do with mine. If I had to say, nothing. If I had to make an educated guess, nothing. I'll look into it. Maybe it's one of those things that when you get closer to date, you start really wondering about it. I mean, honestly, if any benefits and anything to like help not have like postpartum depression or avoid any of those things would be great. Someone said, how not to hate your husband in the first trimester. The rage I feel for no reason is criminal. There were a couple times where I was so angry with James, and I could feel like I could literally feel that it was an overreaction of anger. And I hate to not give myself more credit. Like I should be able to be as mad as I want to be at my husband. But like there were a few times where I'm like, I had to say to him, like, I can't help the way I feel right now, but I'm so mad. And he was like, okay. And like the normal things we would do to like get over something, I'm like, it's not working. And I just like, I think literally just like time. But that only happened to me like 2 or 3 times. And I was very aware of it. I am a pretty self-aware person. And obviously he did do something to bother me at the beginning. So like I was still bothered. But I remember being like, I'm being too bothered for the offense is not this offensible. Like I remember that. Someone said, you have to shit. What fast food bathroom are you stopping at? I'll tell you. Obviously Chick-fil-A is going to be a great option. It depends what state you're in though. You know, not a lot of Chick-fil-A aplenty. So universal, just absolute universal restrooms on the road. A lot of you are miscounting gas stations. I see a Love's gas station. I'm stopping there. That bitch is going to be clean as fuck. Okay. What bathroom has been the cleanliness that you think, Courtney? Do you think a couple of Bojangle bathrooms have been clean? I try not to go anywhere with too much spice on the menu. That's usually something I steer away from. Like Taco Bell wouldn't.
I was gonna say McDonald's is usually a safe one.
McDonald's is usually safe. I agree with that. Like not all McDonald's are rachita. Like some of them are really nice and well kept. And you know, they all have like check-in schedules to like clean the bathrooms and check out the bathrooms. Like I would choose a McDonald's over a gas station for sure. I have been a lover of Storyworth since I discovered it. I think it was like on the forefront of when they first came out. And I'm just like a really sentimental person. So I was like, this is the sweetest thing I've ever heard of. Like whoever invented this, like I love you forever because it's just amazing. Let me explain what it is. But first, let me tell you a little anecdote that I found out about my own grandmother by doing Storyworth. And I am just so thankful I did this. I cherish these moments that in these memories that I otherwise would not have had if Storyworth would not have prompted her. Basically, I found out all about her life as she was growing up in Louisiana, and it was just so much stuff that I didn't know because I would have thought to ask her these questions. So basically, let me tell you what happens. And this is, by the way, an amazing gift for Mother's Day that's coming up. Like, this is what you want. It's unique. It's heartfelt. It'll make her feel loved. It's called Storyworth. And each week, Storyworth emails your loved ones a memory-provoking question that gets you kind of like, you know, thinking, right? Questions like, did you ever get in trouble in school? Or how did you decide how many children you wanted to have? All of your loved one needs to do is just respond to that email with a story. Long or short, doesn't matter. They can either write a story or they can record it over the phone for Storyworth to transcribe. So really, anyone can do this. They've made it so accessible, which is really special. So you'll be emailed a copy of your loved one's responses as they are submitted over the course of the year. You'll get to enjoy the retelling of the stories that you already know, but then you'll be surprised by stories that you never heard before. Like I said, like it's just amazing. And then after that year of fun,
Storyworth compiles your loved one's stories and photos into a beautiful keepsake hardcover book that you'll be able to share and revisit for generations to come. You guys, these are gorgeous, gorgeous things to have on your coffee table. Like, I like to keep really special stuff like this prominent so where people want to grab it and actually flip through it. It is so, so, so special. I know I'm really sentimental, and especially because I'm pregnant right now, I'm just extra hormonal and sentimental, but it's just the best gift ever. And families love Storyworth. That's why it has over 40,000 5-star reviews on Trustpilot, with millions of stories preserved since they were founded over 10 years ago. So give all the moms in your life a unique, heartfelt gift that you will cherish for years to come with Storyworth. Right now, you can save $10 on your first purchase when you go to storyworth.com/probably. That's storyworth.com/probably to save $10 on your first purchase.
Oh, someone wanted to know if I've gotten a hemorrhoid yet. Baby girl, where you been? I have 3, okay? And let me tell you, for my hemorrhoid community, if you're listening to this, don't wait. I kept telling myself I need to get these removed. And Taylor kept being like, you really should get yours removed. I mean, as if I'm not ever giving you guys TMI. Taylor's like, you really should get those removed before you get pregnant and give birth, because boy, they're only going to get worse. And I was like, how is that possible? But okay. And I didn't. And then I was like, you know what? Now that I'm pregnant, I got to do something about this. I made an appointment. I said, I want to get these hemorrhoids removed. They said, no problem. I said, by the way, I'm 16 weeks pregnant. They said, we're not doing that. You absolutely can't do that. Sorry, what? Like, yeah, sorry. See you after you heal from your birth. And I'm like, what fuck? Like, and apparently the surgery / like, what do you call like inpatient, outpatient? The procedure. Apparently it's not like that. People have been like, just get it done. It's not that crazy. The recovery is not that crazy. Now, color me confused, because like that, removing like veins from your booty hole sounds pretty intense to me, but like whatever. So yeah, do it now when you're not with child, because like I'm sure I'm gonna have to remove 6 after I give birth, and I only have 3 right now. It's just Oh, you guys also want to know the story about my new Birkin that I got? Literally would love to tell you. That was something that I like to call an impulse decision. That was giving finance podcast. Okay. I had been really looking at, I kept wanting a red one. And I know that's going to sound crazy because I literally don't wear red. And I always talk about how I never wear red, but I like to, with my nails being an example, I like to accessorize with red. I think it's really pretty, like little pops, and it like does look good on redheads in certain capacities. And I was like, yeah, I think I need a red Birkin. And then I told myself, like, what makes more sense than to give yourself a push present? I've always been, since the day I made money, and like, you know, literally since the day I made money, I just love to give myself things. Like, people do say I'm the hardest person to shop for, because if I want something, I just buy it for myself. Okay. And actually, I think like successfully, Courtney is one of the only people who's ever gotten me something that I wasn't getting for myself, that I kept thinking, God, I want those. Like, oh, I want those. I wanted those big AirPod Maxes. And I think I must have just said it a million times in front of her at least once. And when she got those for me, I was genuinely in shock and awe, because I was like, I wouldn't have bought those for myself. Like, and that's really hard to do for me. Like, I buy myself anything that I want. So, yeah, I had been looking into them. Here's the thing. As you guys know, with Hermes, you have to have a relationship. I do wonder, because one's opening up in Nashville. Like, will I do the song and dance? Will I be the, like, you know, will I tap dance for them? Will I walk in and be like, hi, just browsing, just wanted to, nice to meet you. Like, I picture how it goes in my head. It's literally like a first date. I'm like, I get to know them. I like learn about them. I buy a couple scarves from them. I buy some ashtrays or some fucking shoes. Like, it's all so crazy. Like, it's so crazy that you have to buy, like whose dick do I have to suck to get a Birkin? It's like so crazy. Seriously, whose? No, it really is crazy that you have to like form this relationship, and then also they have to see, because the stores, apparently the Hermes stores don't share like accounts. So like, I have bought Hermes items before, like, I don't know, like scarves here and there. And like, I did buy an ashtray one time. I bought shoes one time. These things that you buy, like, they don't accumulate on your like universal account. They only matter for like the store you bought those in. And I bought them like in different countries and like random stuff online. So I haven't really like built up my repertoire with them, you know, my credibility with them, which then you start saying stuff like this. And I know I said it on that episode where I talked about that Birkin I got when I was in New York from the Real, but then you kind of like have this come to Jesus moment with yourself where you're like, why the fuck am I doing all this for a bag? Like, when you can just spend a little bit more, sometimes a lot bit more, and just buy it. Like, and keep your pride, keep your dignity. Like, this is crazy. So I had been searching online. Really, one thing I did do was I do my research with like resale sites and making sure that I get a good one for a good price, because honestly, like, yes, of course, there's crazy ones that resale for like $40,000 and $36,000, but you can find ones for a reasonable amount, just a little bit more than like they would be for like if you bought them in store. Because the whole allure of buying them new is, one, you get the new bag, of course, that's clutch, but two, they're cheaper when you buy them in person. Like the resale value is so high because they're so hard to get. So I did have to pay a little bit more, but I just bought it off the RealReal. I mean, the RealReal has great options. They authenticate their bags. They like give you the paperwork with it. They're very adamant. Like on the bag I got, I think it said like one of the corners had been like messed up. So they like were like noted, paint has been repaired on the corner. I don't give a fuck. Like, cool, it looks great. Like they note that kind of stuff so it doesn't feel sketchy or anything. But I will say this, and now this pissed me right the fuck off. I get this bag. I decided to pull the trigger. I'm like, push present for me, from me, loves. Now, James, you literally still have to buy me diamonds that I want. She's not a materialistic girl, you know. No one's ever called her that. But I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get this bag for myself. And it came from the RealReal. I was so excited. I had plans for it. I had plans for her honey in Charleston and for her big debut. Okay, she's a debutante. She was stepping out for the first time in Charleston. And it arrives in the mail, and I was like, oh my God, she's even more stunning in person. She came with the box, the dust bag, the papers, like everything. Like she was like a, pure breed. Okay. Adopt, don't shop. Adopt your Birkins, don't shop. Okay, don't shop new, adopt. There are so many Birkins out there that need a home. Okay, so many. Give back to the community and buy your Birkins resale. Help out these orphans.
This episode of Probably a Podcast is brought to you by Huggies Little Snugglers. Now, Huggies is the only leading brand with all-around blowout protection for sizes 1 and 2. All my parents out there, y'all are gonna know there's nothing worse than a blowout, okay? I mean, let me tell you when a blowout's gonna happen. And I know I just have a little baby cooking inside of me right now, but y'all know I'm godmother to 3 children, and I have lots of babies in my life from all my friends, and I'm very, very well versed in the blowout knowledge and the blowout experiences, okay? I myself have experienced one with my goddaughters. They're not gonna happen at home. No. That would be too easy. They're gonna happen when you're on the road. They're gonna happen on an airplane. They're gonna happen in a store. That's when they happen. It's like the rule of the law of blowouts, okay? So truly, this is such a important thing to have just safety over. You should not have to live your life worrying about how you deal with the next inevitable blowout. Ease your blowout anxiety, y'all, okay? Switch to Huggies Little Snugglers, because there's just nothing worse than a blowout. And Huggies Little Snugglers are up to 100% leak-proof with blowout protection in the front and back. That's important. We know it'd be coming out of every end for sizes 1 and 2. So you can feel confident relying on them for your little ones. Huggies Little Snugglers, now with blowout protection in every direction. Sizes 1 to 2, Huggies, we got you, baby. Anyways, I get this gorgeous bag in the mail. It's everything I wanted and more. And then I see that they have left the motherfucking security tag on it. Like the big electronic one with the big wire like hanging thing. And I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And I'm looking in the bag to see if there's like they have to do that to ship it out. Maybe it came with like a little electronic key to unlock it or a fucking code or some shit. I don't know. No, they just how like me. I'm like, they're so amazing. They're so legit. Obviously they are. And I mean all that, but like what bonehead was packaging this thing up and wasn't like, let me take this giant security tag device off this expensive ass Birkin before I ship it away. Like that was just crazy to me. Anyways, I was like, noted, I'm going to call. You can't really call the RealReal. Like I emailed them and it was like, thank you for contacting the RealReal. I'll get back to you and blah, blah, blah. And I don't really know what they would have said to me. I think what they would have said to me is like, ship it back and we'll take it off. Like, and then I'm walking around feeling like I stole this thing. Like I just walking around with this, imagine I take this Birkin out and it's got a security tag on it. Like how busted do I look? I just was like, this is crazy, dude. They really don't want you to have these bags. Like someone up there is like, you cannot have a motherfucking Birkin. So anyways, it sits in the closet for a while. And then I'm like, I'm just going to cut it off. I can't get a hold of the RealReal. I'm like going on Reddit threads trying to see if anyone's been sent a bag with one of these tags on it. No one has. And it's not the same. One person did, but it wasn't the same looking
tag as me. So I'm like, damn it. And that person bought it in New York from there. So she just took it back into the store and was just annoyed she had to take it back into the store to get it taken off. Mine was like shipped to me with it. I'm like, ugh. So I'm like, whatever. I go get some wire cutters. But my main issue, James is like, do you want me just to cut it off? I'm like, well, I'm just like, no, this is so dramatic. But I'm like, what if it's a die pack? Like, I'm pretty sure they literally only do that with like money in vaults and safes and banks. But I've watched all these movies where like they cut something or they like smash something and like die packs burst. I'm like, so help me God if this fucking Birkin gets painted with like blue paint because I was impatient and cut a security tag off. Like the real will be hearing from my lawyers that I don't have. I don't have lawyers. I have a friend that's a lawyer that I always call and say, I have a question. ChatGPT is my lawyer. Yeah. And so anyways, I cut it off. Dude, it goes fucking mental. It was going crazy. I was like, oh, I'm so embarrassed. James' family was in town. They're upstairs. They're like, what's that? I'm like, nothing. I just stole a Birkin. Like, it's so embarrassing, dude. Like, why has getting a Birkin been so embarrassing for me? My God. I have not been left with my dignity. Not a shred of it. So anyways, I cut it off. It's going crazy. James is like, what do you want to do with it? I'm like, I don't know. He puts it in a mason jar. He puts it in a jar and closes the thing. And then he's like, I'll put it outside in the trash. And he's like, no, the neighbors are going to hear it. He's like, I'll put it in the gym. So like for a day and a half, it just sat in the gym in a mason jar, woo, 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 just going off. Like these are people who shouldn't own Birkins. Me. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. Anyways, that's the story. They all come with a story. They really do. One was when I was just absolutely shit-faced out of my mind in New York City with Claudia and Taylor Schrecker and just like fucking chiefing cigarettes. I don't smoke cigarettes. And I was just like, can I have a cigarette? Like what? Like they looked at me, they're like, you're not even inhaling. I'm like, I know. And then I was like, I should buy my first Birkin. Let's go to the real. Yeah, they all do have a story. They're more fun this way. Everyone's always on TikTok like story time, how I got my Birkin. And then it's just like them telling you a story about how they went in and my sales associate was in such a good mood. She's amazing. I loved her. She offered me my mini Kelly white. I'm like, that's not that good of a story. What about my story? What about my story about getting shit-faced and ripping cigs in New York? What about my story about having to cut a security tag off, being so ratchet in my own home and hiding in a mason jar? That's a story. That's a story worth telling. Okay? Anyways, I want more purses. Guys, I bring you to the latter half of this podcast. It's cute. It's adorable. It's my goddaughter, Walkie. We recorded this on the front end, so I'm going to do another little intro. And you guys listen to her. She's a sweet little angel girl, and she has been so excited for this. She like literally jumped up and down whenever I was like, you don't come to the podcast? She's like, yes! So without further ado, Walkie. Cute. Welcome back to another episode of Probably a Podcast with your host, Shannon Ford Middleton, and a very special co-host. We have here with us Miss Walker Rose Monaco, the love of my life, my goddaughter. She has decided to break herself away from a very exciting activity, a day full of making potions. She was upstairs. I think I saw some walkie-talkies with your friend Kenna. Yeah. And you came on the podcast with me, which is so nice. Thank you for joining us. Are you excited?
Yes.
Are you nervous? Kinda. You look fabulous. You didn't even have an outfit ready for this and you still look fabulous.
I didn't know.
You didn't know? Are you happy with what you're wearing?
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to wear?
I kind of like to wear this sometimes.
Like rainbow stuff?
Yeah.
Did you just get off of school?
What?
Did you just get back from school?
Yeah.
And what grade are you in?
I'm in kindergarten.
You're in kindergarten, huh? And how are you liking it?
It's good.
How many days left do you have before summer vacation?
I'm actually kind of confused.
Why?
I don't know. I don't think I know.
Oh, you don't know how many days you have left?
Yeah.
You know, I just went to your school, so I saw a big poster that said you had 31 days left. That's like a month.
Wait, okay.
I saw it in your classroom. It said 31 days till summer.
Okay.
Okay. And we're also going to play a game with sour candy while you're on this podcast. Is that all right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. One thing about Walkie, she loves sour candy. And guess who else loves sour candy? Me.
Yeah. It's obvious.
Obvious. Okay, I'm going to ask you some questions. What is something... Well, first of all, let's give them a little breakdown about you. First of all,
gorgeous, amazing, funniest girl to exist, creative, artsy, really just all around fabulous, you know, which makes sense because you're my best friend's daughter.
Yeah.
What siblings do you have?
I have two young little sisters. Lola is a little bit older than my other, so I think Lola's 3 and Novia's 2.
That's true.
And I'm the oldest. I'm literally 6.
You're literally 6?
Yeah, and it's kind of fun to have my sisters. And Lola's always having fun with me.
Lola loves everything that you do. If Walker does it, Lola wants to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like being the oldest or do you wish you were the youngest?
I kind of want to be both.
You want to be both? Honestly, so true. So true. But do you want any more siblings?
Yeah, I want a brother.
A brother? You know who else wants a brother? Your dad.
Oh, yeah.
He wants a boy.
Yeah, because he actually wants a boy so bad, because when we go to somewhere called the Hut, he's like, he has a basketball court there, and he probably wants to, like, you know.
Like, shoot some hoops with his son.
Yeah.
Does he shoot some hoops with his daughter, though? You don't like shooting hoops?
It's not a girl thing.
It's not a girl thing? Let me tell you something. It can be a girl thing. Some girls love playing basketball, but when I was growing up, I did not like basketball.
True.
True. Do you know any sporty girls at your school?
I only know sporty guys, but I'll probably ask some girls.
Yeah, we could ask some girls. At recess, is anyone playing with some balls?
Yeah.
Yeah, lots. I love that. Okay. Guys, if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. I am obsessed with Boll & Branch sheets. I'm obsessed. Now, let me talk about some like nighttime routines and habits that I tried to put in place. It just like never worked. Like, I don't know, setting a stricter bedtime or like keeping my phone off my bedside table. Like, these things are just like constant effort with very little results. All right. But if you really want to change the way you sleep, if you want to be looking forward to your bed even more than you already do at night, you need to upgrade to Boll & Branch's 100% organic cotton sheets. So you're going to fall asleep faster. They are so luxurious. They're so soft. It puts you in an instant relaxation mode. You guys, I'm so psycho. Sometimes when I travel now, I will like bring a set of sheets if I'm driving from Boll & Branch. I'm not kidding. I like want to sleep on them all the time. Here's my favorite part about it. So they're breathable while also still being really buttery soft. Now, breathable is very important now that we're getting into these warmer months. It's spring, it's warming up. Nashville doesn't know what it wants to do with its weather. Is it cold? Is it hot? In the middle of the night, you just never know. But I'm a hot sleeper. Like, I sleep sweaty, and I really, really need my sheets to be breathable. So I love that. But here's the best part about Boll & Branch, and this is tried and true. I promise, like, fact check me. These sheets get softer with every wash. So as you're washing them, you know how there's some sheets where they just got like a lifeline, you know, you're just like, or a lifespan. These don't. They're just like, they get better as you wash them. It's just amazing. I'm really, really obsessed. They've got all sizes, all colors, really anything you want to do, like decoration wise, like if you want to have a little spring refresh. And I also, this is so funny. Taylor didn't know that I keep like several sets of sheets, because when you take your sheets off, instead of having to wash those sheets, just grab another clean set in your pantry. Like, I love that. So if you guys want to experience the Boll & Branch difference, you guys, these are woven with the 100% organic cotton. Now, that's really important to James too. He really likes to sleep on 100% cotton. It's just amazing. I get their signature hemmed sheet sets. Like, I just love a set. Comes with a duvet, etc. Now, if you want to upgrade your sleep during Boll & Branch's extended annual spring event, for a limited time, get 20% off at bollandbranch.com/probably. That's Boll & Branch, BOLLAND branch.com/probably to take 20% off site-wide for a limited time. Exclusions apply. See site for details. What's something that your sisters do that makes you laugh?
Lola always says funny stuff, and she always kind of like picks me up, and then she's kind of a little bit like she can kind of pick me up.
She does try to ask if she can pick you up, can't she?
Yeah, and she does.
She's really strong.
Yeah.
Maybe she's sporty.
Okay.
Maybe not. What's your favorite thing about your daddy?
He's my parent, and he always, at nighttime, he always gives me cookies.
He gives you cookies at nighttime?
Yeah.
Does your mommy know that?
N-O.
Okay. Well, we'll make sure your mommy doesn't hear that part of the podcast so you can still keep getting cookies at night, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did the Easter Bunny bring you?
He brought me some new shoes and a giant egg that I still have.
A giant egg? What was in it?
A chocolate egg with chocolate things in it. Like, I don't know what it's called, but
Oh my gosh, the Easter Bunny sounds rich. He's kind of the best.
yeah, but not better than us.
No, not better than us. One thing about us, we are better than the Easter Bunny. And if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times.
I don't think the Easter Bunny should hear this at all.
Yeah, we'll also block his ears from this podcast as well. What's your favorite thing about your mommy?
She gave birth to me, and she's really nice.
I'll cry. You know, your mommy's my best friend.
Yeah, and what I just said about birth, you're about to have.
I'm about to have birth. I know. Isn't that crazy? Tell me what you thought whenever we told you that I was pregnant.
I thought I was just blown away. I was like freaking out. And it was kind of hard to explain in my brain when I like just heard it. I was freaking out laying on the carpet and all.
You did lay down on the carpet and go,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, I was like,
And did you know, well, I don't know if we told the audience this yet, but I told your mommy this, that you prayed for me to have a baby, you remember?
yeah.
Walker, whenever, as you guys know, I'm going to tell them a funny story. Well, it's a sweet story that I was trying to have a baby for maybe 6 times in a row, 6 months. And I wasn't. And one day Walker came over and she said, I think you need to have a baby. And I said, Walkie, I agree. Just got to be patient. And you said to me, you're going to have a baby in 10 days, which, if you're listening, then you know that that's a bit quick to have a baby start to finish. But 10 days later would have been the day that a lot of scientific silly stuff, but it actually made a lot of sense, her prediction. Okay, so that's just kind of a crazy thing. And you prayed for me to have a baby, remember?
Well, I didn't tell you that part until I told you.
Right, which is how telling things works.
Which that was kind of a secret.
That was kind of a secret. Oh, okay, we don't have.
Myself.
Okay, we can just keep it a secret between us then.
Except for people that's watching.
We can cut it out. Look, this is Courtney. We can cut it.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Not a secret anymore, so we don't have to.
Okay. All right. We'll keep it in. Anyways, I'm just saying you're really good at predicting stuff, and it was really sweet that you prayed for me to have a baby, and now I am having a baby, and it's a little girl.
Yep.
Girl, what do you think I should name her?
I think Lily or
Lily?
I don't know.
That's such a pretty name.
Yeah.
Give me one more.
How about Lizzie?
Lizzie's pretty. There was a show called Lizzie McGuire that your mommy and I loved.
Wait, I think I've heard that name before.
Lizzie McGuire? It's an incredible show. We'll show it to you sometime.
I haven't watched it, but I think I heard that name before.
It's very formative.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and then a couple more questions, Walkie. What is your favorite thing to do with me, your godmother, your fairy godmother?
Hang out and cook.
You like to cook with me?
Yeah.
Do you think I'm a good cook?
Mm-hmm. Oh, those pancakes look good.
Those pancakes are good. I'll tell you what, I am good at making. What do we do on Saturdays?
So,
We do pancakes with
oh yeah. Snow.
snow. The powdered sugar is
Yeah.
snow.
I forgot what the name is.
Chocolate chips.
Yeah.
So yummy. And no one's better at cracking eggs than Walker.
Yeah. I'm really good.
She's really good. Let me see if something else that I was thinking about. What was your thoughts on being the flower girl at my wedding?
It was surprising. I was actually shocked when you told me, and I think I remember that I was sitting next to the patio, and then you're coming down the what do you think?
The stairs.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. And then you told me on the grass with some pretty shoes.
Yeah.
And then you told me, and I was freaking out. And then that's the same reveal of when you told me you had a baby.
I know. There's been a lot of reveals lately, huh?
Yeah. This is one of them.
And then I walked upstairs and said, "Do you want to be on my podcast?" And what did you say?
And I was like screaming, yes, yes. And my friend Kenna, she was like, what in the world is this podcast?
Yeah, not a lot of 6-year-olds know what podcasts are.
I don't think a 5-year-old does because she's 5.
Oh, that's important to note. We'll make sure we add it to the episode notes. Her friend is 5, not 6.
Yes.
Okay.
You should probably cut that.
Oh, I should cut that out. Okay. You think she's embarrassed?
I don't think she can see this.
Probably not. Not a lot of 5-year-olds watch podcasts.
Yeah, well, I'm the one that does.
Oh, girl.
Well, I'm not 5. Just think I'm 5, but I'm not.
Okay, so I am a hot coffee kind of girl until the weather changes, and then I change it up, and I gotta have a cold brew. But the thing about cold brew, for me personally, like, it's very difficult to find someone that does it right, that doesn't charge like $9 a coffee in Nashville, at least. Like, it's insane. Or you can buy that pre-made, like, concentrated one in the grocery store, which I've just never really loved the taste of it, okay? And so I just always want a good cold brew. But sometimes you watch people make cold brew at their house, and they're just basically making like hot coffee and then putting it over ice. And I'm like, no, that's not what I want. Basically, I just want it to be right. And I've always had to just settle for either $9 or store-bought stuff. But then I discovered Trade, okay? Trade Coffee, let me tell you, I am finally able to make my own cold brew at home. It is so insanely easy. And the best part is the cold brew that I make is delicious. It is not me settling for anything. It's me upgrading myself, okay? So Trade is the #1 coffee destination in the US for both hot and cold coffee drinkers. You know, they still got my hot coffee love covered. Mainly what they're doing is they've got the best like actual coffee and coffee beans you've ever had in your life. They've teamed up with 15 expert roasters to source the best beans from across the US to curate an exclusive cold brew collection, because I feel like it really does matter like what beans and like different kinds of coffee you use for cold brews specifically. So these beans are designed specifically for cold brew, and the taste will not only be insanely delicious, but also consistently great, right? Like, you're going to consistently be like, that's a good coffee. And I've become a little bit of a coffee snob ever since I've started having like a really nice setup at my house to create coffee, which, by the way, you can call yourself a coffee snob all you want. And that like might make people think like, oh, she spends so much money. No, you're going to save money by being a coffee snob with Trade Coffee. They make it really easy because they actually have a cold brew maker, and that's just something I'm gonna need in my house. Like, you just gotta get that. And they, like I said, have this equipment that's easy to use. It's user friendly, so you can brew your cold brew coffee at home that's better in flavor and value than what you could get from your local cafe. And since every bag is roasted to order, you're gonna taste and smell the difference from your very first cup. And when we got this coffee in the mail, I was like, oh, this smells like it's gonna be good. It was so good. It was from Brazil. And for a limited time, Trade is giving away a free Hario cold brewer when you sign up for a cold brew subscription when you go to drinktrade.com/probably. That's drinktrade.com/probably to get your free cold brew maker with select cold brew subscriptions. That's drinktrade.com/probably. You're going to be 7 soon.
Yeah.
Who's the most excited about being 7?
I think you told me when I was 7 that your belly might be even bigger.
That's what you're the most excited about being 7? That my belly's going to be even bigger?
Yeah.
Well, you turn 7 in October, and I will have already had my baby by then. So I'm hoping my belly gets a little smaller by your birthday.
I'm more shocked than that. I was just thinking, I was kind of confused, so I just said it anyways.
So you just said it?
Yeah.
I do that all the time. When I'm confused, I just say things.
I just say what I think, girl.
We just say what we think, girl. What, couple more questions. What's your favorite memory?
So I was at my old house, and it was kind of fun. So it was like really hot in our rooms, and my mom, when my dad didn't want us to sleep there, so I slept in my old playroom. But then I went out and to get water, and my mom was also there, and I got to eat ice cream.
Wow.
Right on the carpet while Dad was snoozing and toozing.
Snoozing and toozing. So there are sometimes your daddy gives you cookies at night, and sometimes your mommy gives you ice cream when your dad's not looking.
Wait,
Got a pretty good deal going here.
you know what?
What?
I'm thinking my parents could both wake up and I can have cookies and ice cream.
Oh, if they both woke up, maybe you could have both. Okay, that's a pretty iconic idea. And then lastly, what's your favorite game to play? Like, what's your favorite thing to like play pretend? And what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a singer when I grow up, and
She does have a beautiful singing voice, I'm serious. Would you like to spit some bars for us?
a little bit later.
A little bit later, okay.
Yeah.
It is gorgeous though. When I hear you sing at the house, I'm like, wow, that girl's got some pipes.
Yeah, but it's kind of different and because I'm right in front of all of you guys.
So we have to be a little, we got to make them wait for some stuff, you know?
I'm 6. You know how that kind of feels when you were a kid.
It's so true. It's so true. Okay,
Yeah.
and what do you, what's your favorite thing to play? And then we're going to play a game with these sour straws.
So I haven't really played it yet, but sometimes we like go outside. You have water, you hold it in your mouth, and then a parent tells a really, really funny joke, and then you just, if you think it's funny, you can just spit it out or keep it in and
You try
laugh.
not to spit it out,
Yeah,
right?
but if it really is funny, you can just spit it out. But if it isn't really that funny, then you can just like like keep it in your mouth, and you're like, that's how you
Right.
know.
That's how you know it's not that funny. But if it's really funny, you go and you spit it everywhere.
Yeah, but it's gonna be an outdoor stuff.
Of
But
course.
if you don't want to get on your spread germs, so let's like not face each other.
Right, and germs are something that we don't want to spread, you know?
Yeah.
Agreed. It's that time of year.
If we want to, you could just turn and spit, or we could just be like side to side.
Right, but of course. Okay, we're going to play this game. For those listening at home, we have something called Sour Punch Roulette. We're going to make this fun and as exciting audio-wise as we can. This is Sour Punches. Okay, we love sour candy. This is called Taste to Test Your Odds. Okay, there's green apple.
Oh,
Yummy. Lemon lime. Yummy.
yummy.
Watermelon.
I want watermelon.
And secretly in there, pickle. Da-da, 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 da-da. You just don't know which one. Okay. You ready for the first one?
Yeah.
You can't smell it first, so you have to just eat it.
Okay.
Okay.
It's kind of stuff.
Here, grab that one. 1, 2, 3. Green apple.
I think I got apple.
Okay. Now let's try one more. Da-da, da-da. 1, 2, 3. Watermelon. What'd you get?
Lemon lime.
Okay, that was a close one.
I was kind of confused.
Okay, hold this.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. I got pickle. Oh! I actually love pickle, and that is gross.
This is good.
What'd you get?
I'll just say lemon lime. I don't really know.
You want to try the pickle? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Whew.
Maybe at the end of the video.
Well, it was only playing it until one of us got it, so you got lucky, sister. You can finish that one.
Mango.
Walker, lastly and most importantly, what's your favorite thing about me?
I already said it.
No, you said you like to cook with me, but like, what's your favorite thing about me? Like, what do I do that you love?
You are pretty, and
You know I love to hear it.
you have a pretty house, and I'm next door to you, and you also make me laugh.
I make you laugh?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like living next door to me? Do you like living next door to James?
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite thing about James?
He's about to be a dad.
That's your favorite thing? You don't like working out with him?
Yeah, I do too.
When he teaches you how to jump on boxes? Pretty cool.
Kind of not a workout thing.
Okay, I'm gonna tell him you don't like to do that. You feel like you're having, I feel like when I see you do that, you're having fun. You playing pretend?
I am having fun, but it's not, I said not a workout thing.
Right. It's more of like a gymnastics thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Walker, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. It's been incredible. I've got so many sour straws in my hands. I don't even know what to do with them. This was amazing. What are your hopes and dreams for this podcast? Do you hope, it goes far? Do you hope to do this again someday?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
My hands are sticky.
She said what she said.
Wait.
Love ya. Oh, what? You want to sing?
Maybe.
Okay. You want me to play a song?
I'll sing a little bit by myself, and then probably I want you to.
You want me to sing? Okay.
But you first. You first.
Oh, me first. Okay. What would you like me to sing?
Whatever comes up to your mind.
Okay. I don't know. I'm not a singer. You're stressing me out.
Okay, just sing like a baby song or something.
Okay. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the clouds so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Okay.
No claps. I'm feeling really self-conscious. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, hit it.
Order like a butter.
What song is it?
I just made it up.
You just made it up. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. What are some songs that you love? What's your favorite song to sing that's not a made up song? Taylor Swift? You know we love Taylor Swift.
Yeah. I kind of like the Clean song.
That song Clean?
Mm-hmm. I see in my head.
Singing it in your head? I can't believe you just made me rip that whole song and then you didn't sing anything. That's crazy behavior.
Bruh.
Bruh.
You heard me.
You said bruh. That is Walker's new favorite thing to say. We're going to end on this. Give me a solid bruh.
Bruh.
Oh, bruh. She's singing now. Bruh.
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 Why are you copying me?
Because it sounds incredible. We're harmonizing. That's what we're doing. That's what we're singing. Guys,
I literally said order like a bell. That's what I said. You probably didn't hear me.
now I did. Loud and proud.
Sorry, guys. Cut out that part.
Yeah, we will. Do you have anything else that you want to add before we get off this mic?
I think we are probably gonna do a challenge that I made up.
I ate the pickle one again. I gotta go. This is dangerous. Ew. They did a good job making it bad. Okay. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. Walker, thank you for coming on this podcast. It was incredible. Thank you for playing this game with us. Thank you for singing. Thank you for making me sing, even though I didn't want to do that, and then you kind of didn't do it back. So, love ya.
Are you serious?
Are you serious? Say love ya, bye. Bruh.
Wait, what was that?
You have to end the podcast. You gotta go, love ya, bye.
Oh. See ya!
See ya!